next speaker. And so I have the pleasure of introducing Jiya LaBeija, who is the Desi queen with amazing work skills. From the legendary house of LaBeija, New York, Jiya LaBeija is always set to light the stage. Today, this queen would be talking to us about drag balls and the history of drag house. Jiya LaBeija, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. First of all, it's not LaBeija or LaBeija or Bhajia. I'm just kidding. I love it.
So sorry, did I get that wrong? So sorry.
I just, Vaibhav, you cannot get anything wrong, honey. I'm just kidding. I love you all. I'm just here pulling your leg and being funny because that's what we queens do. Do you see this light? Is my face visible? All right, guys, and girls, and everybody, and us, and beautiful queens out there. Please excuse me the way I talk because this is how Jiya talks, because she was born in New York, because my drag journey began in New York City, like, learning how to do makeup, dressing up, going to the clubs, and performing, living the life. All of that started in New York. Yes, there was these initial beginnings in Bangalore. I've spoke to Patruni about it. We used to have this thing called Kwame, Queer Arts Movement India, where I got a chance to perform, and I could just live my life like I did Maya Maya, my Bollywood queen life. Always wanted to, because being a dancer and in dance companies, you're always expected to be a boy, be the macho boy. I'm like, no, darling, I want to be the queen. No, so that was great. But yes, I'm here to talk about ballroom scene in the New York City, the house culture, and what I think and how I feel that it can solve a lot of uh, issues that we are currently facing as an LGBTQ community in India, and as a lot of queens, before me who talked about it. Yes, okay, so let me begin. Ballroom. Let me start with a quote from this famous documentary, The Queen. I have a right to show my color, darling. I am beautiful, and I know I am beautiful. That comes from Crystal LaBeija, the queen who started the ballroom scene in New York City when she was fed up with racism that was happening in the pageant that used to happen in New York City, because it was majorly what's the word? It was majorly dominated by all the white people. They be dominating everything. But yes, she had it, and she's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me start something of my own, and let me give all these people of color, these queer kids, these colored kids, a chance, a platform, a community, a family, a support system, a space to just be themselves, just that. So she threw her first ball, and I think this began in like 70s, like late 60s, early 70s, and that's how it began. It began. There used to be a lot of drag queens and trans women in the ballroom, and slowly, slowly, it started to include other butch queens, other gay men, lesbian, and anybody from the community. Like anyone and everyone was included in the ballroom scene. And then there were so many categories because, like how Avatari Devi talked about Lorna Nach, like, bitch, if you can talk in English, have this makeup, you will want to go to the clubs and not go watch Lorna Nach. And that's exactly what ballroom talks about, that whoever you are, whatever you do, whatever you want to present, ballroom is there. Come and do it. So, there are so many categories. There's performance, there's lip sync for dancing, there is voguing, there are look queens, who want to present so many looks, you know, and different categories. When ballroom began, it began to give these colored kids, especially. the colored queer kids. And when I say the word queer, I would include the entire LGBTQIA plus LMNOPQRST. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. All of them. Okay. I will include everybody when I say queer kids. But these kids, they never had chance for anything in life compared to the white counterparts. They had absolutely no, they had no opportunities, no proper schooling. They didn't have means to do their own makeup or to get that contoured outfit. But they did not, and that's how it all began. Like, they would sew for themselves, they would help each other. That's how they were houses. So these drag queens, or anybody who had the means, they would house these kids. They would bring them uh, to their houses, and especially these kids who were kicked out of their own houses for being gay. And let me just say this over here, that in America, being black and gay, or being black and being a trans woman, darling, your life is really short. Like, it is really ticking, because every day you wake up and you pray to God that, I hope I get to survive this day. I hope nobody shoots me today. I hope nobody beats the shit out of me today. That's the reality. And you've seen the news. This shit is still going on. People are still getting shot. You know. So Miss Crystal, she wanted this space for everybody, and that's how it all began. And she took so many children under her wings and supported them, and they would walk balls with her. And that's how they started finding themselves. uh, what were their strengths, what they liked, what they could bring to the table, what were their talents, how they wanted to live life. They had the freedom to do it. Nobody told them that, no, this is wrong or this is right. But there was support. Okay, bitch, this is good. But you know what? Do a little bit of here or do a little bit of there. Okay, let me put you in in this. Okay, let me change this out. Let me stitch it for you, or let me help you out. The support system. And I feel this is one thing that we really miss, because listening to all the queens and what we've gone through as children. Like, I mean, I will take my own example. Yes, there were some support, like these performance opportunities that I had, but being here, I never had the support to learn makeup, or how to enhance, or how to better myself, because nobody's born perfect. It's point blank period. Nobody is born perfect. You always have a scope to improve, or to find new things, or to explore new things. And I think that's how we grow, not just ourselves. That's how the community grows. you know and yes, uh, they have so many gay bars, and so many places to perform, which sadly our country does not at the moment. There are just very few places. And of course, you cannot put a lot of people in few places. We need more places. We need more spaces. We need more performance uh, spaces and opportunities for kids. For when I say kids, I mean all the aspiring people who want to be drag queens, or not even drag queens, who want to dance, express themselves, just be themselves. So we want that inclusivity, which again, ballroom solved. I will tell you, so when I was in New York and I was, learning dance, and let me know if I am going overboard with time, because yeah, when you start talking, you lose time. So I started learning how to Vogue. So this is my teacher, Monster. His name is Justin Gomez, and it was and he's called Monster LaBeija. He's no more LaBeija, but I always love him. That's my teacher. And I started learning voguing in his class, and he would love what I would give with my little Bollywood Indian ass. you know So and slowly, like he said, you know what, I wanna see more. And with him, I got an opportunity to perform at one of the shows in one of the prides. It was, I think it was Brooklyn Pride, and we did like a shoot, and it was like a all blue theme, and I had like this long beard. I colored it blue, wore a blue dress, was given what I could feel at that moment. And that was the moment actually when Jiya was born, because he came up to me and was like, bitch, you look like you give me Jiya. And when he said Jiya, by Jiya he meant Jiya, the supermodel from that movie Jiya. And when I watched the movie, I kid you not, I gagged. I was like, "Oh, this bitch is crazy, just like me." But that's a support, that's a love. Like you encourage people. You don't shun them or you don't stop them if you see that okay, they're not polished or they're not perfect, or you gotta encourage people around you. We have to, not just you, but like, by you I mean all of us. Like we need to do that, and that's how I found that love. And then he introduced me to the LaBeija family. Kid you not, when you step into the ballroom, nobody's all nice and happy. Okay, the kids be shading you because they are testing you, and that's how we are. But honey, once you are in the family, excuse my words, but nobody can fuck with you. Because that family is strong. Because if you try to mess with the ballroom scene, with the kids, everybody comes for you. Because we are together. Everybody under one roof. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you associate or how you identify yourself. You are in the ballroom family, you are part of the family, you are there, you are embraced. They embraced me, and that was a gag for me. That was a life-changing moment for me. And when I got in the ballroom and I saw everybody in one under one roof, like there was none of this was going on, like no salwar kameez or no femme boys, or no, I can go on with that. But all that no, 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 no's, there were nothing. There was only yes, 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 and yes. But yeah, if of course, when the ball is happening, when the competition is going on, if you're not performing, you get popped. Whoop, that's there. And you try again. And the girls be shading each other all the time. That is there because why? Reading is fundamental. Yeah, it's a RuPaul madam. She made it famous. Yes. So I just feel that if we try to bring in the essence of the ballroom scene to India, that will help us solve a lot of um, mm, I won't say disparities, but what would you say? Uh, a lot of maybe it would help fill a lot of gaps that we have in the community. Like with the other queens also, I heard like the community, the support, the constant like it's not there, and the constant judging, and there's so many different kinds of drag that people don't understand or don't take them as drag, because all we have seen is all, or what we've retaught, like how Avatari said that अब हम ये फिर से सिखा रहे हैं. There's relearning happening. हम हमारे culture में already सब कुछ है, एंड हम लोग फिर से सीख रहे हैं ड्रैग शो देख देख के. हमें लगता है कि जो फिश ड्रैग है सिर्फ वही ड्रैग है. कल even yesterday we were laughing that so many of us don't tuck or don't wear heels, but like I was like drag queen without a heel. you know so हम सबके लिए हमारे own meanings हैं drag के, हमारे लिए क्या है. But I think one thing that I actually like, what RuPaul says in her show, we're all born naked and the rest is drag. Period. And that's, I think, यही हम लोग करते हैं, जो हमें अच्छा लगता है, जिस चीज से, जो चीज हमें अच्छी लगती है, पसंद है, what we can relate to, we do that. That's how we express ourselves. Be it a ball bearded look, be it a fish look, be it putting whatever on your face, creating illusion, creating art. That's what drag is. And I just feel that we need to really grow on this inclusivity and include everyone and support everyone, you know, build this community stronger than ever. Because I know the kids here in this country, honey, they have so much talent, so much talent, and we need to get it out. We need to get it out. That's true. I hope I have made sense, and I think I have covered everything. I wrote some stuff here. Yeah, I couldn't go for PPT, but I just wanted to say a few things. So yes, this is my mission, to bring in ballroom, the culture, the support, like the essence of it, the support, the acceptance, the education, the performance platforms that we can provide as people, as community. And a boop boop. That's all I gotta say, girls. Ooh, let me bring the slides up. Ooh, do you see my contour? Do you see my eyes? Let me feel myself.
Wow, that was mind blowing. Thank you, Jiya LaBeija. I mean, that was I'm so conscious of pronouncing the name. Thank you for that. I think I'm gonna practice this entire night. So, but
Aunt Vaibhav, I will not mind it.
thank you. That was beautiful. So quickly moving on to any questions from the audience. So we're running a little late on the time, but uh, throwing it open to the audience. Quick question, anyone?
I think there's one question in the chat. To me, this is a really big question. So, but give me, you can just quickly check and see if you can just help us.
All right, so I'll read this out for everyone's benefit. So I love how you own your identity while knowing that the collective and family is essential. Something I found quite interesting was what you said about the experiences of queer people of color. I've seen a similar thing here in the US because it does seem completely dominated by the white experience. To me, this difference shows itself in collectivism versus individualism. How do you balance the two?
It is not easy, but I would say you just do it. You just find a balance. Like, you have to. That's your journey. That is your journey. That is your research. That is your feelings. That is your art. How you see things, how you perceive things. If you want to see the truth, if you want to know the truth, it's on you. So you find the balance, baby. You do it for yourself. And I believe you can.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Jiya. That is, I think, with this we come to an end to all our speaker panels, and I'm sure everyone would agree this has been a fantastic experience for all of us, where all the speakers have spoken about such diverse topics. So thank you once again, Jiya, for giving us that beautiful insight to the ballroom culture and drag houses.
Thank you so much for having me. I think this has been a lovely drag show. Okay.
and
Who
and
wanna
and
talk
I
me?
can already see Patroni trying to ping everyone. Okay, wait, everyone, wait. We've got more stuff. We do have panel discussion happening. So,
Yes, I would like to thank all of you for curating this amazing conference, and creating this space for us to have a conversation, for us to talk about it. And this is a good time to actually talk about it and reflect, because the current situation in the country doesn't really allow us to do a lot of things. You
right.
know, it's shut down, honey. She is closed for business, but things are opening up. So yes, we must get ready. We must pull up our socks, remove our wigs or put them on, do whatever you want to do, And it's on, honey.
It is on. Thank you. All right.